Scorpio, you are up for the August general reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. As for the reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all that, let's get into the reading. So yeah, long story short, you're probably dealing with an air sign, more than likely. Doesn't have to be. Could be a group of people. But it seems like there's stuff being said that might be distracting you. The first card that came out, I've had trouble lifting these cards lately. Here we go. The first card that came out is Doting on Self. This came out during Virgo's reading. And this is about taking care of yourself. This is pampering yourself. This is appreciating you. And something just said to me that something like, the words that popped in my head was something that you haven't done in a long time. So for some of you, you haven't really focused on you in a long time. You haven't taken care of yourself in a long time. You haven't invested in like your wardrobe or your makeup or your hair or your skincare, stuff like that. You haven't done it in a while. For some of you, take what resonates, leave what does not. The other card that came out is naivete. Naivete. And this is just where someone may be looking to take advantage of your good spirit. Now, I don't see that as an easy thing to do, especially with the Scorpio, because I know Scorpios very well. I will say that this person is more than likely an air sign. To be more specific, they're probably a Gemini. Doesn't have to be. And they're very good with words. Or these people, if it's a group of people, they're very good with words. So just be mindful. Just be mindful. At the bottom of the deck, it says focus. This came out for Libra too. Some of you might be a Libra cusp. So focus. And then another one that came out for Virgo as well is Pretty Princess. Pretty sure this came out for Virgo. It was either Virgo or Leo. One of the two. But yeah, Pretty Princess. And again, this oracle deck is more of a feminine oracle deck. So if for all my males listening to the podcast or watching the podcast, just adjust as needed. But yeah, Pretty Princess is the card. And I also feel, this is going to sound crazy, for some of you, someone or a group of people might be hanging around you because you're very attractive. Because it's like you're, I don't necessarily want to say the honeypot, but you're like the one that draws other people in. If you're, let's say you're in a group with friends, the people who usually come over, whether they're guys or girls, usually come over to find out more about you. And then throughout the process, they end up talking to the other people in the group. And the other people in the group, they know that, which is why they try to get you to go out with them more. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But that's one of the things that I picked up. Going back to air signs, clarification, King of Swords. Somebody who's very good with words. Also, this is Gemini energy for me, but can be Aquarius or Libra as well because it is air. Someone who is very knowledgeable. Someone who is possibly an authority figure. Could be a boss, could be something else. Could be a parent figure as well. But this is an individual who is very good at communicating and is very good at thinking things through and is very good at playing chess. Now, these two cards came out together. You have the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. This is being in someone's head. This is being unhappy. This is focusing on what's spilled instead of what's remaining. If you notice here, there's 3 cups that are spilled over there, but there's still 2 cups remaining behind her. But she's focused on what's spilled over. And I feel that's replaying in the head with the Nine of Swords. I feel also it's a possibility that this person or someone else may have been exploiting these feelings. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Now, the cool thing is is that the Eight of Wands came out, which I love that. Communication, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and also about movement. I feel this movement is you making a decision with judgment. And I feel that there's a victory for you with the Chariot. Chariot is a victory card, specifically Cancer energy. But there's something where judgment is made. Some of you might be debating if you're moving or not, as in a physical move, because both of these, the Eight of Wands and the Chariot, are actually literal move cards. They're about relocating or traveling. So some of you, now if you're not physically moving, you might be traveling. Maybe some of you are going on a vacation just to have some me time. That might be the decision that you're making. But with judgment that was technically in between the Eight of Wands and the Chariot, I feel whatever decision that you're making, it has something to do with physical movement. Doesn't have to be, but I feel that it does, especially if it's between these two cards. And with that, you're going to have the victory. At the bottom of the deck, this is starting fresh with the Ace of Wands. With the Ace of Wands. More fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Starting over again, being passionate about your new start. Could be in a new city, could be at a new job, could be in a new relationship, but it's something that you're passionate about. This is also an entrepreneur card as well. So the main message is, going back to the focus part, focus on you. And then also, interestingly enough, under the focus was never backing down. Never backing down. So stay focused on you and don't back down. Scorpio, that is your message. Until next time, be blessed.